about our Father's business.
Grind mode,
Filled with this Holy Spirit.
that's a cheat code.
Holiness the standard.
We never fold.
We about to make a scene.
Episode.
About our Father's business.
On blessings.
And like Rob said, we are back. We are blessed to be back. Episode 1 of season 2 of the Not the Same podcast. Because last week we had episode 100 with the Great Flame was in the building. But
Yeah, man,
now
y'all
you
go
have
check that
us dusty, crusty one words back. Nah. Us blessed brethren. We is
There you
back
go.
for another Not the Same
Blessed and highly
podcast. V, what's
favored.
up, V? How you doing, sis? Glad you in here. She said
B,
congrats.
what's going on? I
D.
appreciate
Winder.
you, sis.
Our
Yeah,
one word
yeah.
for life, Miss D. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that
For
is
life.
definitely the one word for life. And
Saw that,
she'll
Rob?
check you, and she'll
You know what I'm
check you
saying?
right.
For life, as they say.
She'll check you if you jump stupid. D is
Yes,
there to
yes.
have our back. I'm just letting y'all know.
All day. You don't-
Chi-Town in the building.
What my speaking of Chi-Town, what up, Miss Taylor? Speaking of
Taylor, what's
Chi-Town, like Mr. What's my man name? Oh, I had the name in my head. Dude had the "You Don't Want No Problems with Me" song. You don't want no problems with me. Chance the Rapper, like Chance the Rapper said, that's what you hear. You start talking about us in front of Miss Winder. ST Allen, what up, though? What's up, brother?
Hey,
And,
what up, though?
And that's quite apropos for the hat that Rob got on. You know, Detroit, that's a Detroit saying, what up, though? You know what I mean? I don't know Rob knew that. What up, Hagens?
No.
What's up, sir?
Yeah, north
say
side,
north side in
definitely
this
the
piece?
play. Yeah, north side is definitely in the piece. Hey, look, let me tell y'all something.
Yes.
My
Let us know.
little bro, my little bro is truly a north side one word, man. I love him to life. That's all I'm gonna say.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Represent it, brother.
When little bro come visit me out here in the county, bro, you can.
That boy be itching on it. That boy be like, man, I gotta get up out this county, man. Get back to the city, dog.
Right, I gotta get back to the city. Hey, he was like, man, they wave at you when you come in. Who wave in your neighborhood? I'm like, it's just like that, brother.
Oh, bro. Well, Hagens, don't ever go to the South, brother. Because they going to wave.
Hey,
They just
they
speak
gonna
to
wave.
you, ask you how your family doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they
All
gonna
that nice
wave.
stuff.
All that nice stuff.
All right,
Hey, I want to say something to V. Hey, V, keep grinding with the workouts. I see you, sis. You out here doing your thing. She getting ready.
And keep grinding with the podcast. If you have never heard, check out the V Report by our
V
sister,
Report.
Miss V. Venora. Go check it out, man. She is very consistent with that thing, and she's very good with the football. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Yankees
great
fan
content,
in the building.
Great content.
You know what I mean? It's a whole different world in that country, in that county.
In that county. Yeah, it is, brother. It is.
It's all right, though, man. It's
You
all right.
you can't roll through stop signs and run and stoplights when you want to, brother.
Absolutely, sis. Absolutely. Yes, you know, there are some parts of the city where you actually have to obey the law. You know what I'm saying? Get your tags straight, all that type stuff.
Yeah.
You know, that's what my
yeah.
family members, you know, my few family members I have within St. Louis, they, man, we ain't come out there to see y'all, man. I can't drive over there. I can't tip my hat. I can't do this. I can't do. Look, dog, just do right. It'll be all right. Just do right, fam. Anyway, man, let's see what's good, brother. I ain't doing right. Rob, I got a question for you. Here we go.
Yeah, man.
What's good?
Robert Dean, my brother from another mother, like my homie Larry
man.
Rogers on the west side. Some say it's the best side, but I
West
roll with the
side.
Midwest. But be careful on the west side of St. Louis, tuck in your chain, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
My brother, what's good, man?
Yeah, man. What's good? Hey, check this out, man. If y'all know Rob redeemed, y'all know I wasn't always redeemed. And sometimes I don't act redeemed in this very day. But I got a bunch of kids. You know what I'm saying? I followed the Bible before I was saved about to be fruitful and multiply.
Yes,
I kind of did that. But
caught it
anyway,
very good. Caught it.
this is my fruitful month. You dig what I'm saying? My son birthday was yesterday. My other son birthday on Sunday, and my dad birthday this month also, man. So it's like, for me, it's a celebratory type month. And then guess what?
Yeah.
Devin missed April by, I think, 2 hours. He's May 1st. So it's a celebration station around this here piece, man. I got my kids getting older. You know what I mean? Like I'm feeling
G-pop around this joint. You know what I mean?
G-pop. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even 45 yet. I'm a G-pop. I got kids with this teenagers and grown. Like we just out here, brother. We just out here. That was Ratchet Rob. And I went from Ratchet Rob to Rob Redeem. How about that? What's good with you, bro?
Won't he do it? Won't he do it? That boy say he went from Ratchet Rob to Rob Redeem. God is an amazing, wonder-working God. Just know that. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't started talking about Rob yet. I'm talking about me. What a work he did. V says April babies are just greater. All right.
Hey.
Good evening, Miss Davis.
Mama. You know what I'm saying? Mama's birthday was last month. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just these last couple of months, man. I don't know what it is.
Well, boy, getting older, getting in his feelings, getting in his emotions over there. You know what I mean? Look at that. Got something in my eye, man. Thinking about my kids, my G-babies and all that.
My G-babies. Hey, man, look. I will say this, man, and I thank God that I got all that, and I don't look one bit of the age that I am, brother. I look younger than what I is. I praise God for that.
Yeah, man. You know, I'm all I can give you for that, because, you know, you my brother, I love you, but...
Let it breathe.
Hey, I ain't got no comment on what you look like, dog. You look like a one word to me. I'm kidding, brother. I'm just messing with you.
I'm being grateful. Let me get my testimony off of this.
Don't disturb my blessing. You know what I mean?
That's what's wrong with you. That's what's wrong with Christian folk, man. They don't never want nobody to get a testimony. No, what's good what you see?
Little bro Hagen said little bro birthday was last month too. Looking at you real side eye-ish.
I know, man. Your birthday was last month also, bro. My bad, man. I told you I got kids with a Z. I can't remember my brothers also. My bad.
Sir. All right, the first thing, man, of what's good with me, number one, man, y'all don't know my wife was out of town for a date, and she is back. And I know it seems like it's too long, man, but my wife is my best friend. My wife, then my brother, right? And me and my brother is cool, but he ain't my wife. So it's good for my lady to be back, man.
Hit that let it breathe button again.
Yeah. And just in case anybody, hold on, what you say?
It slipped, cuz.
Oh, okay, I ain't even here. But yeah, just for what Rob said,
let it breathe.
Please.
Yeah.
But anyway,
let that breathe.
Brick Slayer, Pierre, what's up, brother? Yeah, man.
P-Lot or J-Lot.
Either one of y'all, the Lot family. What's up with y'all? Man, what's good with me, man? My wife is back, man. I guess she was gone one day, but one day is too long, brother. I'm not built to be single at all. I'm just not built to be single. I've been married over 20 years, and I enjoyed it. It ain't all been perfect, but boy, it's greater later. I'm in that greater later stage right now. Know what I mean? I'm gonna leave it at that.
Go ahead and hit that ting button, brother.
All right. Yeah, you're right. Let me hit that. I'm in that greater later stage. It didn't want to work. But,
it didn't want to work, but we know what it is.
Y'all know what it is. Right. Yeah, man. So let's get to the subject at hand, man. If you saw whatever the graphic, you know what we gonna talk about. But if you didn't, I will let you know right after we get into this faith segment. Yep. Seven from Adam. What's up, sir? What's up, sir? Hey, salute to you and congrats to you for what you got going over there at the 520 Collector, man. Salute to you.
Yeah, man. For sure.
Salute to you. All right, man. So we had some thoughts about Cam Newton's comments in a recent interview. He did an interview. This is Cam right there, you know, looking like real Camish. But that's when he was doing his interview at the time, looking real Camish. Hey, my brother, he's an interesting guy. He's an interesting guy. So anyway, there was a video, and me and Rob both checked it out. Rob watched the whole video. I watched about half of it, but I saw the comments of it, and it caused a little stir amongst the ESPN places and places like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And before I even give our comments on, I'm going to read, because I had it on the internet, brother. I'm going to read what was said, the thing that's flipping everybody out, okay? All right, so he was on the Barstool Sports $1 Million Worth of Game podcast, published on Sunday. So he was talking about, they asked him about basically how did he come up, you know, how was he raised or whatever. He said, I had a perfect example of what a man was in my life by my father, Newton said in the episode. My parents have been together for 36 or 37 years now, and it's a beautiful thing. I grew up in a 3-parent household, my mom, my father, and my grandmother. I knew what a woman was, not a bad B. You hear that saying
Right.
from a lot of young women right now. They call themselves a
Yeah.
bad B. That's what it's
Yeah.
talking about. And if you don't know what the B is, female dog. If you need any more explanation, then hey, look it up yourself. When asked,
not in a derogatory type way though, is what.
yeah, it just like one word, similar in a one word type thing. When asked what the difference was, Newton elaborated, and then it said, a bad B is a person who is just, girl, I'm a bad B. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I look the part, but I don't act the part. Newton said. There's a lot of women who are bad Bs, and I say Bs in a way not to degrade a woman, but just to go off the aesthetic of what they deem as a boss chick. All right, then he said, now for me, a woman is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs, right? Question mark. And he said, I think a lot of times when you get that aesthetic of I'm a boss B, I'm a this, I'm a that. No, baby, but you can't cook. You don't know when to be quiet, and you don't know how to allow a man to lead. Now, this is what set a lot of people off. Right?
Yeah.
Rob, your thoughts, brother.
This is why I don't like the media. But everybody who dog Cam out from that one insert, go look at the interview. Because he goes back to elaborate. Right after he says this, he also goes on to talk about
trash dudes.
one words. Goofy type one words who don't handle their business. But I understood where Cam was coming from. See, we're in an era where Cam was saying is they present themselves to be bad bees and do this and do that, but they don't know how to act the part. You know what I mean? And then they also later on went to say what's known don't have to be said. And it's funny how if he was saying if it was an alternative lifestyle, everybody would have cheered him. But because he's going the traditional route of saying, hey, know when to let your man lead. And the interviewer even said, so what would you say to those who say, well, my man, he has to be a real man, and then I'll be willing to submit and be vulnerable to him. Cam Newton said, rightfully so. You can't be no goofy one word and think that you're ready to get a woman to submit to you. So instead, they take the soundbiting excerpt, and now Cam Newton has done a lot of foolery type stuff, clown, one word type stuff. This interview, in my opinion, wasn't that. I actually got respect for Cam for some of the other stuff that he was talking about throughout the interview, because I actually went through the interview. And this particular excerpt, I listened to it 5 different times today just to see if I was tripping on what he was talking about. Go ahead, C.
I think the problem that came in with this is that Cam has had a history for saying something crazy. He was being interviewed by someone, last name Rodriguez. It was a young lady that was asking her about a different player on the team, and she asked a very good football question, right? And then he just kind of looked at her and laughed. He said, yeah, it's just, this is kind of funny. It's a woman asking me about football, right? So I think this is where the ammunition is coming from, why people are getting on his head so much, because this was 2 years ago. I think this is back when he was with New England, before he even went back to the Panthers, right?
Yeah, before he went back, yeah.
So, but the main subject of this, what this comes down to, because Rob pointed out a point that the media twisted to what it want to be. But the argument was him saying, knowing when to be quiet and knowing how to cater to a man, right? A lot of us have grown up with, now, my wife grew up seeing her mom was a housewife. You get what I'm saying? So her mom, they had certain foods for each day of the week. She grew up eating home-cooked meals all the time. She grew up in a house like that, right? She grew up where her mom would iron her dad's clothes, she was a real old-school traditional housewife. Right. Took care of the home type wife, right? Which in turn, now my wife came out to be, she would be what you would call, job-wise, a boss. You dig? So she has all the boss attributes in the sense of getting a job, making her money. Like, she was great before she got with C. Micah, and she's been even better after she got with C. Micah, because 2 are better than 1. Let's keep it 1,000, right? But she's always been excelled in business, like ridiculously. If you know her, she has always been that person. But she had the upbringing of seeing someone take care of her husband, and she's been that woman too. If you know my wife, if you've seen her, if something wrong with me and 5 y'all one words around, y'all finna get moved out the way. Baby, you good? Because she grew up like that. But there's a whole lot of women that ain't grew up like that. It's a lot of women been raised by single moms. You get what I'm saying? And they've been taught, baby, take care of yourself, get yourself together, don't waste your life on no one word. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think the trick is being able to balance that, right? Because sometimes you can have someone that's so much in that mind, when a good man come along, they don't see him. All they see is these Jodies. You know what I'm saying? Like if I take a name from Baby Boy, right? All they see is Jodies. They can't see the good dude because they see Jody. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's a lot of men that play that Jody role. It's a lot of men that play that Jody role.
Right.
Listen,
Foolery.
the comments out of isolation wasn't terrible, but I will say this. Ain't no man gonna make no woman be quiet. Let me say it like this. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no man that's gonna make a woman be quiet. If you think, especially if you got a sister, that you gonna make her be quiet, brother.
It ain't happening.
Don't do that. And I was giving an example of my wife. My wife is a outgoing person. She talks. You know what I'm saying? And it would have been wrong for me to try to neuter that and not allow her to be her. She only became like Miss Submissive. She'll say herself, only by the grace of God. God got in her heart and changed her heart in the sense of being the boss bee, so to speak.
Right.
And she said, my marriage got better. She would tell you, if you meet her now, she would tell you, my marriage got better when I went from being Miss Independent to being Mrs. Mars. But nothing I did changed that.
Change that. Yeah.
Nothing I did. Go ahead, bro.
That's a true statement. And on the Cam Newton thing, everything C is saying is absolutely correct. I agree with you 100%. But on the Cam Newton thing, this is what he's saying what everybody is missing. He said, don't portray the part. Social media has so many people thinking that that's what it takes to be a boss, and you don't have it all together. So if you listen to the whole thing, what he's saying is, don't just say you a boss B. Don't just say you a boss dude, and you on social media, you flexing, you doing this, and your credit not in order. Your finances not in order. Your bank account jacked up. And you yelling, I'm a boss because you look the part. He's saying be the part. And as far as the submissive thing goes, you got to be submissive one to another. If you're a husband, you got to be submissive when it's time to submit. Yep. If you're a wife, you got to be submissive when it's time to submit. And guess what? You're gonna have to bend. It ain't about dictatorship. And I think so many people, when they hear the word submission, they get up.
That's what they think.
Submission right there, like who you talking to? One word, like submit. Who you think? You ain't my. And it be dudes like that. Right. So all I'm saying is this. I understood where he was coming from. Yeah. Why? Because if you on your grown man or on your grown woman, you understand mature things. Mm-hmm. When you was a kid, you thought like a kid. When you became older, you put childish things away. Absolutely. This was a grown man conversation. Yes. That because of who it came from, I think it got
because of his former history. Right.
Because of his history. But if it would have came from somebody else, or if it would have came from the one dude to be critiquing women, I don't even know what his name is. Had it came from him because of the way they present it. Right. But what he was saying was right. But they need to go back to what he said about us as men. Yeah. Hey, you goofy. Step up, be a man. And if you be a man, then you can get the type of woman that you're looking for. But unfortunately, like C said, the women are tripping off the Jodies and the men are tripping off of the thotties, if you will. Yeah. Nobody's really, I don't know, man. It's like when you're trying to be a grown man and a grown woman, half of the time in society now, it's intimidating. Right. When a real man steps in the room, it's intimidating. When a real woman steps in the room, it's very intimidating. Absolutely. Especially to a weak one word. Go ahead, bro.
All right, I'm going to go to a couple of comments. Our brother Van, congrats. The Bible says submit to one another. Folks forget that when the whole submit thing come from. Cam spoke the truth. These one words and female one words can't handle the truth. D says message. Thank you. Venora said period. See, Micah. Then she said, I agree with that. You have to look and be the part. Yep.
Hey, Van, right on, sis.
Van says sometimes it's her way and sometimes it's his way. Paul said it. 100. Yep. Yeah. Brother Glenn, what's up, Glenn? Glenn said, but remember, we can't judge the word by biblical standards. They don't know better. Big facts. On another note, Seven
Big
from
facts.
Adam says Kevin Samuel. That's who you was thinking of. That's the dude.
Yeah,
Kevin
that was what I was talking about.
Wifey say what y'all talking about? Submission, baby. Submission. Yeah. Then Brick Slinger says Kevin Samuels. Then Glenn say that submission word is a trigger for a lot of people, a whole lot of people.
A lot of people.
And then
A lot of people.
Lenora say that's it. People are tripping off the trash version of their party. Listen, man. Like you said, when it comes to marriage and good relationships, like even a good relationship going to marriage, because a lot of people, they may not be ready to get married, but you got to have a good relationship. But when you get to the point of being married with somebody, becoming one with somebody, the hardest thing for some people is being one, because you got to recognize everything you do, everything I say, every way I act reflects her. So if I'm acting positive, it's reflecting her. If I'm acting negative, it reflects her. It makes her look bad, and vice versa, because you're a team. But at the same time, you are one, but you also got to allow that person to be themselves, right? Because like I said, me and my wife came up different. You know, we both grew up Christian. We both grew up in Christian homes, but we're different. You know, her family was super affectionate. My family was, we hardly say I love you. It's like, Negro, I pay these lights. That means I love you in my house. And it was enough. Her family, they said it and all that. So it's different things. And the two becoming one is not always easy, man. But, yo, dudes, let me tell you something. I understand what Cam said, and I agree with what he said, a lot of what he said, and I understand the perspective, because that conversation was not Rudy Poot Negro talk. That was boss talk. You dig what I'm saying? You watch that whole thing, he was talking about an establishment he had where grown-ups can come. You can't wear shorts. Yeah. You know, it was a whole different type of level. But let me tell you this. The greatest thing you can know, dudes, you want a woman to submit, be a man of God. Right? And live as a man of God. Be the leader. You know what I'm saying? Have your stuff together, brother. Get your credit together, brother. Walk right. Control your anger. Be a leader. You dig what I'm saying? And you won't have to submit to me. Because if you are the leader and you're in your right position, she gonna want to get like, no, lead me, husband. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because that's what, listen, don't no woman want to be controlled at all. Yeah, that's leading don't mean about. Control. Yeah, leading don't mean control. But also, you know what I'm saying? If you the man of the house, you should be making sure that money's straight in the house. You dig what I'm saying? Like, your money ain't straight, y'all got problems and the lights cutting out. Negro, that's your fault. That ain't her fault.
See, hey, look, now this is the part where my boy be cracking me up. What you used to tell these Christian rappers when we do a concert?
Christian rapper get a job. Stop trying to get your dream out. Yeah, I'm gonna be this famous rapper, and you got your woman working 4 and 5 jobs, dog. That's weak. That's weak.
Hey, see we get on stage and
amen. See, Michael the dude be like, man, I hate that one word.
I hate this one word. Hey, see her get on stage and be like, I can't stand a sorry man. Hey, look.
Listen, this is jokes. This is grown folks talk right here. Now, I'm laughing at my wife, but listen to this woman. Submit and spread eagle in that order.
Hey, but
for my wife, hold on, brother. I got to pause for this one because I love my wife, and as she seems to get one of these every show. Listen to that woman. Let's see.
Hey,
Venora say,
I can't. I hit her up later on that.
I think both parties need to be connected to a higher power. I agree with that. And I know what she means.
Amen. You can't be unequally. You can't. Hey, let me say this real quick. You cannot be unequally yoked and think that this is gonna work for you. You know what I mean? If y'all ain't on the same page and one person here and one person down here, and it's no type of y'all not coming so that y'all can get up here. You cannot be unequally yoked, and and you think this is getting ready to work. Because this is what y'all got to understand where Cam was coming from. His father was a pastor. So everything that Cam was saying, Glenn Murray said it earlier, you can't expect the world to understand, you can't expect the world to understand biblical principles, which is period. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't expect that. And Cam grew up, he was cursing on the interview, but he grew up in, his father was a pastor. Yes, so he's speaking from biblical terms from that perspective. If you want some new age stuff, then yeah, you're gonna forever be like, look, can't nobody tell me to do nothing. And guess what? You're gonna be independent. Look up the word. Independent mean by yourself.
By yourself. By yourself.
So
and
whether you're a dude or a female.
And some people want to be by yourself. I don't want to be listen, I spent one night. I was ready for my woman to come home. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be by myself. I ain't studying it. Anyway, Van says, we're called to lead. You can't, because he fixed that a second ago, you can't expect any woman to follow your lead when you're all over the place. Get your stuff together, man. Facts, brother.
Yeah, that's facts. And that's that's the part that's kind of making me mad about this whole interview. They took that excerpt, but didn't put in there what he said about the men. Like,
right.
The part everybody going crazy over, I promise you, was less than 3 minutes. And he went more in on men than he did on women.
Absolutely. So, yeah. Anyway, so in 2022, brothers, it ain't changed since back in the Bible day. To lead, you got to be a leader. You got to handle your part, handle your business. Man. And also, it ain't changed this neither. You can't make a woman do nothing.
Nope.
That ain't your job to make her do nothing. And I wouldn't, like I say, I have a woman that's in business. I would never want to bridle her creativity. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of dudes, and I'm going to say this and we're going to move on. It's a lot of dudes, and this is what I call, this old school saying, jellyback, one words. They get intimidated by a woman making money. You know what I mean? It's a lot of jellyback one words that get really intimidated by their woman making money or making more money than them, and they feel like they less than and all that. You a fool.
Shoot.
Dog, listen, man. If you can make $1 million and she can make $1 million, 1 + 1 = 2. That's $2 million. You know what I mean? Together, like I said, you better together. You better together, man. But at the end of the day, man, I guess that's the end of C. Mike and Rob's marriage counseling, dating counseling, or whatever, man. Let's see, V. A lot of dudes be hating on a woman that makes money, especially more money.
They do.
It is sad.
It is sad.
It is
because
sad, man.
Like I said, it is very intimidating for a man who ain't got his stuff together. Let me tell you something. Again, Ratchet Rob, I wouldn't have liked this conversation because I was Jody. You dig what I'm saying? Like I didn't have nothing. I was upset. I wanted this. I wanted that, and I didn't bring anything to the table, regardless of what my circumstances was.
Yeah.
I expected it to be handed to me because I was a true one word. I was a jellyback. But things change. Like I said, you get older, you get rid of those childish things, and you start doing grown man stuff. You know what I mean? So, I mean, now, if you can admit that, then there you go.
I'm messing with Higgins, but this is a statement by a lot of dudes. Then when she leaves, she gonna take your $1 million too. Now, that's funny, and I'm laughing. That's funny for real, bro. Like silly. But I'm gonna tell you this, man. Me personally, this only me, right? I'm not saying this for nobody else. When I got married, I ain't have no contingency plan, cause I ain't expect to get divorced. You see what I'm saying? Now, it all depends on how you were raised, right? So if you grew up in a house and there's separation and fights and all that, you go in kind of being like, let me do that. My parents got separated one time my whole life, and I'm not saying they perfect. They ain't always been perfect, but that's my mind, me personally. So, me and Crystal don't work out. We already talked. We talked about this. We gonna still live together. We best friends. We were best friends before we got married. We was best friends when she was dating somebody and I was dating somebody. We would hang out and eat then. So this is the person I've known since I was 13. Like, I can't just kick her to the curb for nobody. Anyway, she says, and historically, women make way less dollars than men, even if they're doing the exact same job. So if she can earn it, I say let her do it. I agree, and that's why I let her do it. You know what I mean? Now I'm straight right now. Me and her both up right now. But I'm just saying, I didn't make enough. I didn't make enough in my mind. But that'll give you little boy syndrome. So to speak.
Resentment
I ain't doing
and all
enough,
that.
you know what I'm saying? I don't look good enough. I can't go on a business trip. I can't. You speaking deaf on yourself. You gotta watch that, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got a wife, you like, baby, I support you, I love you. You dumb one word. I'm just giving an example. You got a 6-figure woman over here that's staying with you when you got barely 2 figures.
Right.
Dummy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Yeah, we ain't going nowhere downtown, Tony Brown. All right, I'm going to say this before we move on. This is a silly joke. A comedian called Tony Brown. It's a funny thing. My wife shared it on Facebook probably 6 years ago or whatever. But anyway, check this out. He said he was with his wife or whatever. He came in. Something was going on. You know, a bed was moving. Right? His wife cheating. Right? He catch her in the house. He said he walked in the room. He said, I owe you one. And walked out. Right? Because they decided they ain't breaking up. I'm going to sleep on this couch, but it's a lot more cuss words. But, you know, I owe you one. You know what I'm saying? It's a funny joke, but our mindset is, me and my lady, ain't no divorce. That's not an option. You know what I'm saying? But we're old school. There ain't no option. I don't go in looking back. I went, hey, man, 10 toes down. It's my queen. But anyway, on that note, for other people, we know I say little boy syndrome, that's it.
Yeah.
We giving V life over there.
Hey, whoever on the East Coast about to get it, you little boy syndrome.
Yeah, all y'all boys over there in that was the DMV area. Hey,
the DMV
y'all better watch out for V. Y'all better watch out on V. V ain't playing with y'all one word.
You little boy syndrome.
Little boy. And nah, I ain't taking no lesser job because you can't get no job. Go to school, one word. And on that note, man, let's hold up and wait, man.
Hold up. Hey.
All right, let me pause this right quick. All right, we got a song here by homeboy J.Monty featuring, I forgot her name. It's called Enemy and Foes by J.Monty and a young lady named TuKool Tiff. TuKool Tiff. All right, so this is bars. You know, it's a bar mitzvah for you guys. Here we go. Bars, son. Let me tweet this out.
It's a war zone in my mind, down to my spine, down to my spine. I ain't about to waste no time, I gotta go pray, I gotta go bond. Lucy wanna steal my prime, wanna be on my line, wanna be in my rhymes. This is the way that I grind, I'm led by divine, swore daily by design. Blood dripping, so forgiving, free like oxygen, and I'm on the side that's winning. In the trenches with the scriptures like I'm pistol gripping, better be siding with him. The serpent wanna be disturbing, it's for certain, he forgot where he got his venom. I'll leave a demon hurting if I catch him lurking, and that goes for whoever riding with him. About my father's business, I don't need a witness. If I see a victim interceding with him, turn him to a victor, plant a seed of wisdom, then it's moving time like Rita was the villain. Peter with precision, please give me an inkling, you in need of healing. Sever sin up off you, that's a split decision. Daughter of the water, secret sauces, different utterances, cryptic, I forgot to mention. Freezing, CIPCs swishing, he commissioned, ease intention. When Jesus come back, I'm leaving with him. I let the Holy Spirit speak, I don't need a Smith and Wesson. I'm guessing you ain't even know. Can't change the message, but switch up the flow. At you, I'm blessing enemies and foes. Catch me at the West End, throw another foe. Pick up your cross and die daily. You not a boss, you cry, baby. The way that you talking is not wavy, cause the way that you walking is all shady. Proud of how you thinking that you running things. Proud to make you not even wanna change. Proud to make you fall deeper level pain. Proud of have you thinking that's the other thing. Like high again, Leviathan and vitamin for pie and gin. He starts playing with your mind and
like
then the vibes of sin. To places you don't
Yeah,
like it in.
you
That's
know
why
it.
you win round and round.
Soon
You're
as that beat
cycling.
drop.
Now you're popping Vicodin. Round and round you're cycling. I know a doctor better than anyone on your roster. Red, blue, green, we all imposters. That's why we got to stay postured, humble before the Father. He the only one crushing 7-head monsters. He the only one crushing 7-head monsters. I don't need a Smith and Wesson, I'm guessing you ain't even know. Can't switch the message, just switch up the flow. Catch you, I'm blessing enemies and foes. Catch me at the West End, I don't need a Smith and Wesson, I'm guessing you ain't even know. Can't change the message, just switch up the flow. Catch you, I'm blessing enemies and foes. Catch me at the West End, I don't need a Smith and Wesson, I'm guessing you ain't even know. Can't switch the message, just switch up the flow. Catch you, I'm blessing enemies and foes. Catch me at the West End.
Throwing up a rap, show the stats. I ain't holding back, only spitting fast. By the time I was 4, I was the coldest, acting the coldest sack. Loaded. So if my opponent attack him, I open it, ready, aim, blow a hole in him. I told him ain't no consoling your mommy, daddy, sister, and your bro and them. Killers on the corner, no approaching them. Big FN, we were toting them. Hit the residence, Jehovah flipping, reversed it. Missy Elliott, the bullets left him so holy, made the scripture relevant. I feel better, I'm Bill Belichick with a vendetta. I read the manual, I read the manuals. Real letters in heaven is real, but they wanna settle for deals. They wanna venture into the valley instead of a hill. They wanna fire off on the op and I'm telling them chill. He went to Hades and took the key, that's a hell of a steal. I'm checking the field, the rest of the real. I'm blessing the mill, I read about you on Wikipedia. I'm sick of seeing you, you in the media, talking through a medium, fogging the windows, clogging the tempo, blocking my kinfo, robbing the simpo, chopping up symbols. How you gon' hate on the flow that inspires you? Swear I'm biting you. Why would I peek at you when I'm riding you? I invited you, I hired you, but I might fold you like the coffee brand. I'm colder than a hockey fan. This ain't copacetic. We learn to cope with the static. It's over, you overly dramatic. You chosen me to manage the pros and the amateurs. Truth, I'm having it. Why you decorate the cap like a graduate? Just imagine it. No, I'm not having it. Stick to the path, I don't gallivant. We not even, I'm too adamant. No, I'm not having that. I got my pen, I been had the raps. You dropped your pen like it's Apple Maps. I put the team on. It's too easy, me and Tiff too hungry. We can eat on for eons and eons. I got the beam on the CM, near long and neon, how I'm gleaming. I could kill a rapper, start a funeral, created and planned it, but I know the one that created the planet. So instead of that big FN, of the kick your chest and hug your mama, kiss your best friend, cause I don't need a Smith and
Westin, I guessing, you ain't even know. Can't switch the message, just switch out the flow. Catch you a blessing, enemies and foes. Catch me at the West End, throwing up the foe. I'm here to slaughter demons in the name of the kingdom. The king is undefeated. You can't even beat it with legions. The region is being impeded by a sequence of Jesus and frequent repentance. I come against any hindrance. Watch me hit a lick in the spirit like Jimi Hendrix. Watch me hit a lick in the spirit like Jimi Hendrix. Oh no, it's not over. I'm living proof that it's faith and not clovers. I shabak over October. Trick or treat, you can't see. It ain't sweet if you're not sober. Get your mind blown in any time zone I rhyme on. I ain't lying, homes. It's the time I'm on. God sent me to rhyme my wrongs and to point you to him in all my songs. And trust me, I can do this all night long. But I think I should probably stop here. What you think, Jay?
And at the end of the day, right, like, it's funny, you're like, I don't know if you try to be Christian rapper or what, but for any of those that consider you to be something that is too boxy, right? Well, I've been so anti-box, bro, and you've helped me be anti-box. Like, your words were so anti-box, anti-category, anti-all that minimization or marginalization to where a lifer on a level 4 yard in Cali State Prison could feel freedom.
CHH segment.
Yo, that.
Boy, that was a whole lot of fire. Whole lot of
Brother.
fire. Whole lot of fire. Glenn Murray says, good grief, my ear is on fire.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, they was snapping, man. Salute to them.
The wordplay
Salute
was great.
Too Tough Tiff and my man J.Monty, man.
Hey,
You know what I'm
look,
saying? They did
J.Monty,
that.
I'm going to give J.Monty his props because J.Monty was on a major label and he had released a dope album. When a matter of fact, we talked about his album on our show.
Absolutely.
And he got dropped from the label and they pulled that album from every outlet. He could have put his head down, but he came back more fire than what that album was. Like,
Absolutely.
real talk, man.
Absolutely. All right, man. So we in the CHH segment, part of our show. The question is for tonight, do you feel mission-focused music or godly-centered music is needed in this day and time? Do you feel mission-focused music is needed in this day and time? Mr. Davis.
Yeah, man. At this point in time, yes. And the reason I'm saying that is even in CHH, you can't tell the difference anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if no knock to Boots and no knock to the people in their lane, because I'm telling you, CHH is fire. The beats is fire, the wordplay is fire, but mission focus, yes, because right now, Christian rap, gospel rap needs to come back. You know what I mean? Because people need a message, people need hope. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't care how dope and how much drip you got. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing when my soul hurting? What are you doing? My mother is sick. What are you doing? I just got diagnosed with cancer. I don't want to hear how drippy and wavy you are right now, or your wordplay, or what I'm your face on your op girl phone, like that matters not. And I think right now we need to kind of get back to basics because, hey, we hurting out here in these streets, man. Even the church is hurting out in the streets. So
Absolutely. Yeah, man. I think a lot of that, or what you hear in songs, my face in your girl phone, that type of stuff, because kids are up here rapping, children are up here rapping, and the difference was that when me and you were their age, younger, when they just now started rapping, the requirements to be a Christian rapper was very different. Very different. Kyra Montero, what's up, brother? He says that Christian hip-hop's responsibility or a local church. Very good question.
It's a good
Very
question.
good question. That's what I was getting at.
See it done.
Yeah, so when I came up, the requirements were different, right? The most popular Christian rapper, or the one that everybody is aiming towards, was very missional in their delivery and what they said, right? And then one of their proteges became the leader, and he became less missional. He was very missional at first, then he transitioned to being of a more general rapper. Now, he's still far more missional than most of these young dudes is now. But I think him opening the door to getting features with secular artists and stuff like that, which I don't think there's absolutely nothing wrong with, in my opinion.
Right.
If when you bring them to your terms, you dig what I'm saying? I don't have nothing to do with it. I'd be like, hey, yo, he came, he wanted to do a song. He wanted to do a song about God. He hollered at me. That's cool. But on the strength of this, I think it's very needed because people need the gospel. But just as much as people need gospel, people need strong testimonies.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? So they need the gospel to save their soul, but then some of the believers need testimonies because they may be in a point of where they're struggling. They need to hear about somebody that got out that's like them. You know what I mean? Go ahead, brother.
To what's up? First of all, Kyrie, how you doing, brother? Look, this is what I would say. Is it Christian hip hop's responsibility? No. But is it the Christian rapper and gospel rapper responsibility? Yes. Mm-hmm. And what I'm starting to understand is it's different. It's just like you got your boom bap, you got your down south, you got your west coast, you got your east coast, you got your underground. There's different segments and different avenues. And I'm not saying you can't drip and preach the gospel. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that. I don't want you coming out here, you know, you buttoned up to the top and looking like Poindexter. Now, if that's your thing, then go for it. But I'm not saying you got to look a certain way. That's not what I'm saying. Is if I bring you to X, Y, and Z, and all your music is only focused on my drip, my chains. Look, you said it best, Kyron. You preach and you drip. I've heard your music. I know what you do. You talk about Jesus. You talk, you know what I'm saying? So, but I didn't listen to too many songs on the new age like stuff that's going on, and you can't tell the difference on what's going on. Like you just can't.
Squirto sovereignty. Shut up, dog. I'm not.
This dude a fool, bro.
I'm not fully. I'm gonna say I'm not fully disagreeing with you. I don't think it's wrong that you can't tell the difference. I think there's categories, right? Because at certain stages in my life as a believer, I needed the drip dude. You know what I'm saying? Because I may have been fresh coming out the world, and I wasn't ready for no hard-cutting truth. You know what I'm saying? Hard-cutting truth, like, for example, kids now, you know, I couldn't come straight from listening to Kendrick, and then, like, now I'm finna go jump on some whoever, some KB.
Right. No, you can't.
You know what I'm saying? These are two different worlds. You know, Kendrick and KB, they far apart, right? So in my early age as a believer, yes, that was very, I was looking for that. You know what I'm saying? But like where I am now, no, I couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what Glenn said. Would you not turn a traditional gospel song? Would you not turn to traditional gospel songs for inspiration or liftment? I get the statement you saying. I'm not the hugest fan of traditional gospel songs, but I get the point. So go ahead, bro.
But see, this is everything. This is what I'm saying. What did Kyron say real quick?
Read it out.
Oh yeah. He said, everything you said is correct, Rob. Most of these dudes ain't theological sound, so they music can't reflect it. It ain't in them. And
that's a good point.
That's a very good point. Understand what I'm saying. It's not a knock. I listen to it all. You know what I mean? I even listen to secular music. That don't, you know what I'm saying? Like back in the day when I was younger. Right.
Go ahead,
I even listen to secular music. I got teenagers. So yes, I know my Don Tollivers. I know my Travis. You know, I'm saying my Travis Scott's and the other Corday or whatever. I know all of these rappers, and I hear them, and they spitting. I won't lie to you and say they're not. But what I am saying is, everybody's doing that. I think it's time to get back to that missional thing, and what up, I think it's time to get back to putting some of that content out there that lead people back to Jesus. It ain't nothing wrong with it, bro. For a minute, you were getting ridiculed if you said Jesus and quoting scriptures in your from other CHH artists. You dig what I'm saying? And it's like, dang, where did this come from? Like, so now I'm in the church and I'm trying to understand this. Some artists is for the church,
right?
Some artists is missionary. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the church need to be reached. I think the Truth said that before. What'd he say? Claire, yeah.
Some of these
I'm not
CHH
messing-
artists drip coming from Claire's Rainbow. You stupid. Listen, man.
All right.
Let me get back focused. He done. Anyway, man, I do.
That is my one word right
Yeah, he said it. I will say this though, man. I think what happens is what we need in our genre, and if we're excluding some people that don't understand what's going on, just hang with your brothers for a minute. We are a part of the Christian rap and Christian hip hop community, so sometimes we gonna delve into these subjects. It'll be all right. But check this out. I think what happened was a lot of the younger guys, early 20s, 19, they came in when the quality of rapping or what they heard, the quality of rapping wasn't at this certain level, right? So they came in with this mindset, I'm gonna have so much high quality. So my lyricism gonna be dope, this gonna be dope, that gonna be dope, or whatever. And the focus wasn't so much on, how holy you are or how holy you present yourself. This is what we need, in my opinion, amongst all of it, is this word called balance. Balance.
Yeah.
Because
I get you that.
just because you living right, you living holy, you faithful to your wife, and you do all this stuff, don't mean your music sound good. Like, you can live holy and have a good subject and talk about how you got shot one time, all that, and be pure D trash, right? So it's not a sin to be good. It's important to be good, especially for people that don't listen to Christian rap normally, and then they stumble upon it and they make a judgment off of one Christian rap song. You need to be dope. It is important, but you also need to have a message, right? Like I say, we need balance in all these things. Let's see what the people talking about. Glenn Murray says, but those that control the outlets not playing their songs, gospel-centered rap. To a degree. Maybe not so much where you are. There are some in America and some other places that are playing Christian rap. We have a FM Christian rap station in our city. Christian rap, positive, blah, blah, blah. A little bit of CCM in our city. So it depends, but no, the airplay in comparison to regular rap and Christian rap is miles apart. All right.
Two things from Higgins, first of all. Yes, Higgins, to your question earlier, that was really said in one of the, yes, the CHH artists actually did put that in one of their rhymes. And you know me, if anybody know me, I listen to lyrics.
Yes.
Y'all can, the beat come later. I want to hear what you're talking about. But this last one he just put out, I think this is key. I realize in secular music, a lot of the younger cats don't really talk about nothing, which is why they only doing one verse songs. It's the same kind of thing in CHH.
He asked me, is it?
Oh, no. I'm agreeing. Well, no. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Said, yeah, it is. Yeah.
They ain't been through nothing. So I get it. What do you say?
We need gospel balance for sure, and masculinity balance. Boys light on their feet, they knee walking. He just on here being goofy. But yeah, man, the point that Higgins made is very, very important because a lot of artists lean to what's going on in the popular music scene. So in the popular music scene, if a lot of music don't have substance and depth and they're just talking about whatever, then that'll bleed over into other scenes, into gospel scenes, into Christian rap scenes, and we'll bleed into it. My point, I think as an artist, man, you should always aim to be timeless. I don't care what type of artist you are. Whether you're a gospel singer, whether you are a Christian singer, whether you are just a singer, whether you are R&B, whether you are hip-hop, period, whatever you are, be timeless. You know what I'm saying? 20 years from now, people will still know who Prince is. 20 years from now, people will still know who Michael Jackson is. 20 years from now, people still gonna know who Jay-Z is, to bring it to rap. 20 years from now, people will still know who Kanye is. You know what I mean? So, anyway.
If you don't think we got ops, come on, Higgins. Me and you got some of the same ops.
Yeah, man, come on, man. Kyron said cross movement was theologically and culturally balanced and aware. Yes, they was back in the day. Yes, they were. So, go ahead, Rob. My bad.
No, you good. You finish that thought, bro.
Just to wrap this up, man, and as Christian rappers, man, do we feel the need, do we feel mission-focused music is needed in this day and time? Absolutely. My only thing is that yes, we need to have a good subject matter in our music and a good message and get our point across, and as well as getting the Bible across and getting the Lord Jesus present as Christian artists as well, talking about real life. That's important too. We need to be able to do that. But at all that, we got to do it in excellence. We got to do that. We got to do that. And that's a whole, we have to do it in excellence. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's a whole lot more Christian rappers that do things in excellence. But it's important because ain't nobody going to care nothing about what you rapping about if they can't hear what you rapping about. You know what I mean? They just can't, man. And on that note, brother, hold up and wait, man. We got another video, though, man. We got something else from one of Rob's, one of his very favorite artists, man.
Hold up.
You
gotta make something that they relate to, you know. You gotta tell them something that they can.
Talking about Gazelle. Call Hardaway.
Cool, don't get wary. I know that it's hard sometimes. I know you're gonna cry some nights. The sky above you won't always be blue. I hope you hear me. They say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but sometimes that isn't true. I don't got nothing else to lose. I'm like, how much more do you need? You got me begging like, please, no. I'm like, please don't take my heart away, please. I'm like, please don't take my heart away, please. Yeah. I'm like, please don't take my heart away. I reached out for love, I need a hug, but you're too far away. When I get back home, I don't get out, sit in my car all day. What am I afraid of inside? Okay, maybe I'm not fine. Maybe I've been going on my mind. When I go to sleep, it's never quiet. And I know that I'm not the only one. I'm really preaching to the choir. How many ever let you down? It's a lot of bodies in the crowd. Now the temperature rising and music is loud. The lights are too bright and I can't see how anyone would ever make that trade. I hope it's worth it. How we even get in the first place out. We've all made some choices we ain't proud of. Some things you gotta go through you can't get out of. But don't get wary. I know that it's hard sometimes. I know you're gonna cry some nights. The sky above you won't always be blue. I hope you hear me. They say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but sometimes that isn't true. I don't got nothing else to lose. I'm like, how much more do you need? You got me begging like, please, no. I'm like, please don't take my heart away, please. I'm like, please don't take my heart away, please.
One thing I love about this guy, man, I feel like he just be like pouring his heart out. He be just like it just be so real to me. You know what I mean? This is Gazelle. Song's called Hardaway. Mr. Gazelle. You know what I mean? Take it and run it back. You run it back on your phone or wherever you watching this, brother, because we finna get to this one part.
One part.
Salute to Gazelle, man. We big fans of this brother music, man. He do some good things, some good music. I'm gonna get you right, Rod. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's all good. I wasn't worried about it. Let the people see the lights is shining behind me. You dig?
Bling, bling.
Hey, check this out. Before I get into this normal spiel that we do, we want to thank everybody for supporting Not the Same Podcast for season 1, 100 episodes. Like, we didn't realize what we was going to do, and then C sprung it on me. This is actually season 2, episode 1. We went through 100 episodes.
Yeah,
and
dog.
most of y'all on here was with us every single episode. And
absolutely,
like, we talking about support right now. Yeah, I'm about to bring up the money part, but we talk about the overall support. So with that being said, have you ever thought, I really like what these guys are doing with these podcasts? Because we actually do have 3 podcasts. We have the sports show every Wednesday. We have this show every Thursday. And we have the Bible study, which is next week. Every other Tuesday, we do a Bible study slide through. It's not what you think. It is truly not the same. We're not here to try to doctrinate you. We're just going over the Bible. That's it. But if you want to know how you can support us, you can hit our Cash App up. Cash sign, Not the Same Podcast. You can go to the website, notthesamepodcast.com/support. Everybody who has supported us, again, we appreciate it. Hit the like, subscribe, the notification button, do all those things on there you go. Hit those up. And I'm gonna say this testimony about this podcast and how we never know. Every time me and C go somewhere, especially if we go out of town, we have on our Not the Same Podcast hoodies. It's like pre-advertisement. And people actually stare. I know once coming from Mexico, I had a brother from Florida. He saw it. He stopped me when I came back through and he was like, look, man, I've been listening to y'all podcast since I saw you walk the first time. I went to McDonald's yesterday and didn't even have on nothing not the same. I had my hoodie on because it was raining. And the young lady came out. She mistaken me for someone else. And I was like, nah, I smiled. I said, nah, that's not me. I don't coach basketball. She said, you sure right. You don't coach, but you got a podcast that come on every Thursday. And I got my notifications on and I love what y'all doing. So, hey, look, the lights, the cameras, like everything that y'all see, we take these donations and we put it back into the podcast.
Absolutely.
So we truly appreciate y'all. I know I'm being sentimental, but y'all have no idea. We started this in the height of the pandemic on our phones. No backdrops, no lights, no microphones. We had a Bluetooth in our ear and holding our cell phone in our hand, and we started this out. So, man, first of all, we praise God. We want to thank y'all for them 100 episodes. We couldn't do this last week because Flame was on it. If you didn't catch that Flame interview, run that back.
Run it back.
And we thank y'all for joining us, episode 1 of season 2, man, and the Not the Same Podcast. Talk to the people, see.
Before we go, you're going to love this. Our brother Van said, I see you brothers out here displaying numerous artists, which I think is cool. Let me say this. It's okay to play y'all stuff, too. Both of y'all are very gifted artists. Let that home cooking go. I appreciate you both. And before you say something to me, Rob, I did it last episode. Don't do me. Don't do me. And don't do what Kyron said. Don't skip out on tithes and cash out my brothers. No, cash out my brothers. Pay your tithes, then cash up your brothers. Don't get in trouble with God playing with us. But yeah,
to the
ahead,
point,
bro.
it is good ground. When y'all sow seeds, it's good ground. We ain't going to buy no new J's or whatever. Like we truly take that money. Yeah, we truly take the money and put it back in the podcast. Like
absolutely,
that's exactly what we doing.
Yeah, man. So hey, we appreciate y'all. Like Rob said, man, we truly grateful. Season 2, we in here, man. We're gonna do some good stuff. And with that being said, get ready for the Bible study. We'll be back on our subject, a good subject. We was talking about sowing and reaping this Tuesday, man. Part 2. Might be a part 3. I don't know how many parts it's going to be, but we're going to be ready this Tuesday. So slide through with us on Tuesday for the Not the Same Podcast Bible study. Until next Tuesday, I'm C. Micah.
I'm Robert Dean.
We out, man. We see y'all later.
About our Father's business.
Rhyme mode.
Filled with this Holy Spirit.
That's a cheat code.
Holiness the standard.
We never fold.
We about to make a scene.
Episode.
About our Father's business.